Okay, so
Grab that.
let
Did y'all
me go
miss us?
on Facebook real quick and
FB.
Did they miss us? I wonder if they missed us. I missed us.
Somebody was giving me a rundown on Facebook because I haven't had Facebook since my child was a baby. So I was like, if I were to get back on Facebook, I would probably be so lost.
Nah, same shit, different
I was
It
toilet.
about to
is.
say yeah, same thing.
Same shit,
Uh,
different toilet.
I
No,
Yeah.
heard they
nothing
sell
different.
stuff like how that you can buy stuff from people, and there's all these groups,
I mean,
different
that's
groups you can
just
join.
the group's been there, and then the
I,
marketplace is new because people are
the
buying
marketplace,
online.
that's what it's called.
People are
So
buying online. You know,
they're like it's like a fake Amazon. So I do remember the groups because I had a Facebook group, but they're more interactive now. I think as social media has grown,
oh
like
no,
there's specific like travel groups and
people are bored, and
relationship groups.
but people are bored. They're looking for transactional friendship right now.
Yes, I don't got time for that.
You know, and these groups are you know typically bred out of common interest, right? But
Basically.
Yes.
you can't put black folks on social media in a group for too long before the BS and the clicking up starts happening.
Exactly. And so that's what I've been hearing. So I'm like, I don't remember that back in the day when I was,
Because
but of course
everybody was
it's
just
different
happy to
times.
be on. Yeah, everybody was just
Yeah.
happy to be on. Now you
It
got
wasn't a
like
pan.
you got narcissistic group admins.
Yes, I've been put in Facebook jail in groups, which
Well,
is sad.
that's Facebook. That's somebody reporting your page.
No, that's from the admin people in the groups I was in.
yeah, they reported you. Only Facebook can put you in a
Well,
Facebook
why are
jail
they reporting you that?
for if you're reported by another member.
Hey, Deborah.
Hey, my D.
Yes, I was like, I don't have
It's
time for
three of
that.
us on the show now, Deb. You got to put three roses up. I don't feel like got me out here feeling left out. I like roses. I like feeling pretty.
I know that's right. With yourself.
So everybody that's coming onto Facebook, if you are not inside the Disaster Dating Podcast group, please enter inside the Disaster Dating Podcast group because I am going to cut it off on my page once we get started. Share to a group.
Oh, there you go. One.
Yeah. You love me. You love me. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna trip off the fact that your high school name sound like where mass genocide happened. Ben Salem Township.
Oh, Ben Salem.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was
Sam.
like,
Ben
who's
Salem. Yes.
That sound like a bunch of people was burned at the stake.
Hey.
they probably were.
Got some town history you want to talk about?
Nah, I'm good.
Any reason you don't go back there?
Nah, I'm straight.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, so my friends was talking about today. That's funny, the word straight. And the fact that in the urban dictionary, there's a term called super straight.
Mm,
Super straight.
Super
with
straight is
educate
where
us.
super straight is where you only date women and that excludes transgender women. Now,
Okay, I got you. I got you. I got what you're saying.
here's the issue with that. We're not allowed to have a preference anymore, or we're automatically labeled as transphobic. I believe you should be whoever you want and you deserve a life of happiness and abundance, but my preference is that you are a natural woman. And it's sad that we are at a point that men can't say that without being labeled as almost as any type of phobic. Like,
Yeah, I would say
you know, if,
homophobic, transphobic,
yeah,
yeah.
like if you come out and you say,
Cisphobic.
listen, I I've always joked, and I really mean it. I've always joked this said, I'm so straight, I'm lesbian because I love vagina, right?
Mhm.
We was talking about it today in our mail group chat where we were like, can you come out and say that you don't date you wouldn't date a transgender woman? Can you say it without being labeled transphobic? And the
Mhm.
sad part is you can't.
Yeah.
You can't exclude them or not treat them as natural women. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't have no hate against them. I want them to live their life. But if I have a preference between, and I feel like Senator Ron Johnson, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. If I
I
have
know,
a
cause I.
if I have a
Mhm.
chance between a God-born woman and a reconstructed woman, is that a word I can say? You know, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Look, Robert Cringe.
Someone else.
Robert Cringe,
Cause
like,
because it really is. So the way you have to like word it and say, I think you said it well, in my opinion, like how you said, because we're live and there's so many platforms that you say the wrong thing, they're gonna want to like. The interview with Mano and Mr. C.
I heard that. And he said that's his preference, right? But he
Mhm.
also said he does not have sex with them, right?
Yep. But he was like he
So
was, but then it just come out saying, because I don't want to misquote anything. So if I do, but I thought I got from that too. It's just like, yes, that he knows it's a man that is trans, but the fact that
it
it's a
looks like a
trans,
woman.
it looks
Right.
like a woman.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
So.
look at the chick they about to put on Sports Illustrated, right?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean, we've been down that rabbit hole all day today. She fooling the shit out of everybody. And then when you look at, she posted a picture of how she looked younger as a young
Mhm.
boy,
Mhm.
right? And she did look like a girl. And she said that
Mhm.
she was raised like a girl.
Mhm.
Um, but at the end of the day, yes, that's still a man. I get that they're doing some miraculous things in that surgery room right now. I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
I
But
ironically I was looking. Go ahead. Sorry, Twan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no. I just think that if you gotta fool me, are you being honest with me?
So that's the direction I was gonna go. So on the Shade Room or Baller Alert, I can't remember which one, but the other day they brought up an old Jerry Springer episode where
I
it
saw
was.
that.
You
Oh,
saw
you remember
that?
that? But first of
I
all,
I
remember that.
remember that
first of
episode.
all,
I remember that episode
I saw
too.
that episode live
Me
at
too.
Springer class, Monday through Fridays, Web Center at 11 o'clock. We had Jerry Springer class at ODU.
Oh wow.
Well,
All
it
right.
was a class. You just didn't schedule the class for 11 o'clock. You sat in the student center and you watched it on the big screen TVs. Okay. They had that
Okay.
on every day. Every day.
Mhm.
Right. I remember the guys that look like
So my
Prince.
Yeah, everything. But my thing with that too is like it was deceitful. Like you have to let people make their choice. Like don't make a choice for somebody. Like, I always say honesty is the best policy,
Yeah, you can't make that
and
choice for me.
you can't make them, and that's in any situation, any situation in life. And looking back at that from back in the day and seeing how still prevalent, and I'm like, unfortunately too, like I don't want to say what I'm gonna say because it might come off the wrong way,
Yeah,
but this is how
you gotta walk an
Yeah, you have to
situations
watch.
eggshell.
Yeah.
You gotta walk a whole eggshell out here.
this is how situations come up, not for the best for all parties involved, because honesty wasn't put out there. Nobody deserves anything to happen to them. I'm going to say that first and foremost. Nobody deserves any type of violence, any type
Facts.
of crime
Yeah.
committed against them. But what it needs, sexual, fluid relationships, whatever your preference is, honesty just
Yeah.
what you're looking for. But at that.
It's it's gotta
Yeah.
it's gotta start with honesty and a hard conversation that we don't like having. For real. You
All
have to
right.
give me my choice.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys I'm shared on all networks. It took me a second because I had to actually share the link. But
Warmed up.
let's do practice real quick before we start how we usually do the welcome to Disaster Data 101. I'm Natasha Renee. So let's do that real quick and then we'll go into the episode.
Okay.
And don't forget also I got to kind of do pauses and stuff. And we're at 10 minutes. So I know at 40 minutes I'll stop because it's technically not 30. All right. So welcome to Disaster Dating 101. I'm Natasha Renee.
Rion.
And I'm Antoine.
Come join this disastrous journey where we talk about our dating horror stories,
Real issues,
and how we can work through these issues in today's society. And today's episode is Homecoming, the do's and don'ts when dating.
Behold.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right.
You know that in the background.
All right. So y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay. So let's get a quick pause.
Ow now, brown cow. Ow now,
brown cow.
Brown cow. Okay.
All right. Silence. Welcome to Disaster Dating 101. I'm Natasha Renee.
I'm Robyn Brion.
And I'm Antoine.
Come join this disastrous journey where we talk about our dating horror stories,
real issues,
and how we can work through these issues in today's society. And today's episode is Homecoming, the do's and don'ts when dating.
Dun, 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 dun. Did y'all miss Homecoming? Did y'all miss Homecoming?
Yes.
When's the last time y'all been? Huh? When last time y'all been to Homecoming?
2019?
2019.
2019.
Man, it was a nice day on the yard that Friday too, right? The weather was
Friday,
yes.
Saturday.
I saw you.
I was out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was out there. It's a good time.
You
I
were
was
out there.
Listen, let me tell you something. You know what's so funny about that trip? I came home and lost my job.
What?
I'm one of them stories.
What?
When I came home, my boss was pissed off for some shit that happened on Friday. Been holding it all weekend. Set me, chastised throughout me out the day. I was on a probationary period, and then the end of that day, she let me go.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But Homecoming was lit.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
Listen, it was for the best. At that time, I didn't realize it, but it was for the best. I was rehired in a month somewhere else. But that's just funny because I hadn't been on Homecoming. I had missed the Homecoming the year before that, and I came that year, and I was determined to come that year. And I had a good ass time. I'd be forgetting why, I don't make it to Homecoming as much.
That's
but then
funny.
when I came home Monday, shit got real.
That's crazy.
I missed 2018 as well. That's crazy.
I think after and before me 2017, and then I missed 2018. I think my daughter's birthday always runs around Homecoming. So it's like either I'm going to be with her or be out there. But the reason I came up with this episode is because of a hypothetical conversation that wasn't real, but it kind of struck a nerve with me. And I was in my feelings.
Oh, I like when we start there. I like when we start in your feelings.
I mean, I was in my feelings. So we kind of briefly talked about this, and you guys feel like I'm wrong, but I'm sorry. I feel like I'm right in this somehow, some way.
Why do you feel you're so right?
Let's tell the story first. Right. Because I'm already about to go there on why I feel like I'm right.
Look at her whole process.
I know, right?
Her body language.
Listen to that pitch in her voice.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
She hyped.
I am hyped because I'm right.
She's ready. She's hyped because she's right. Okay.
So, scenario: you and your significant other are living with each other, and me, I don't live in the area, and nobody I really know lives out there, and now it's time for Homecoming. Your partner usually has a boys trip down to Homecoming where I felt like you should ride with me because I don't live in the area. I'm not from there, and it's not fair that I have to go by myself. So my significant other said, well, I'll buy a flight for you so you can go down there.
Isn't he so dope? That is so sweet.
Ding.
Flight.
It's not sweet.
First,
I mean,
first,
it is.
No, I'm being
No, it is sweet.
first
But
flag. First flag.
let me
first
finish
class.
my
First flag.
story.
I got the
No,
first. I
no,
got
let
two
me
flags.
finish.
We
Oh,
got
she's
Let
two
gonna
me
be
flags
finish.
over
on the
us.
right. All right.
No, no,
All
no,
right,
no,
let her
no.
finish, Twan.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
let her
no.
finish.
Let me finish.
I'm gonna let her go.
So he's like, this is a tradition that we've been doing for years. And this is what we do. We drive down together. We go here, we go there, and then we go back up together. It's
Mhm.
not like I'm not going to see you there, but I'm just saying I go with my boys, and this is what we do. And he doesn't understand why I feel like we should ride together.
And I don't either. Cause let him do his thing. It's tradition. It is tradition.
I'm gonna
He's
let you
gonna.
go, Robyn, and then I'm just gonna sit back and you let me know when you want to tag. Like tag me
Yeah,
in.
I'll tag you in. So my
Tag
thing
me
is
in
because I am
your
the
feelings.
partner. I am the one. Like I tell my boo, homecoming is my thing. My girls and I, we do that. You'll know that I made it there. Missing, not missing because I'm doing anything, but that's me. That's my life. That's what I that weekend. I'm 300 and what is it? 63 365. Pay for you to go down there. I will see you. You're not cut out the equation. Everybody in relationship needs that boy time, girl time,
But I'm
whatever
not
time.
saying I wanted to hang. I'm just saying I wanted to
You just want to
ride.
ride. No, you
I
need
don't
to
want to go
ride.
by myself.
Mm.
How is it y'all get
Wait a
to
minute.
laugh and
That
joke?
Wait a minute.
hold on. That flight is probably like a 45-minute flight, wherever you're coming from. A flight. That car ride is going to be a whole bunch of stops. Might be traffic, gas, them doing their thing. Like you don't want to be in that environment. Twan, your go, please.
Okay. Thank you. Behold. All right. So you and your feelings. One,
Yes.
you're not even ready to have a logical conversation about this because you're already in your feelings. Okay. Number
So
two, alternative compromise. Did he not offer you one?
yes, he offered me a
Uh,
flight.
uh, uh. He offered you alternative compromise, so you can't say he didn't consider you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Third, he said what else?
What?
He said what? I'm riding with my boys.
Yeah, because this is
You
what
don't
they
never
do.
inject your girl into riding with your boys. They can't
Boom.
be themselves. Whoa, they can't be themselves.
I didn't say for me to ride with them. We ride together, and
Oh,
then the boys
now
ride.
you breaking me from my tradition,
No, you messed up the tradition.
right?
Yeah, you can't
Now,
do that.
here's 3.5. Not only are you in your feelings, you are putting a burden on him because you don't have nobody you can go with. That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
But what about me?
You are inviting yourself at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not. If
You
he
invite
said no,
don't do that. Don't do
But what
that.
about him, Tasha? You
Don't
said what about you,
gaslight.
but what about him?
Don't
Yeah.
gaslight. Because here's the thing. You put that expectation on me because you could not provide for yourself. And then you didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation with me about this might be a possibility. And then maybe he could have made an exception. But even in that, he didn't want to break tradition and he didn't want to forget you. He offered you a 45-minute flight as opposed to a 5.5 hour drive. You are wilding.
Twan, we
Wilding.
are aligned. We are on the same
You
I
page.
are
mean, but can't
wilding.
he just go down one time with me at least?
Maybe he can,
No.
but you don't get to determine when that happens. He gets to make that decision on his own. On his own.
That's not
And
fair.
you pop this up on him in I do believe year one of co-homecomings.
It would. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
it would be the
Yeah,
first. Yep, it
yeah,
sure would.
yeah. You asking for a lot.
Okay.
Niggas don't even take their wives to
And is.
homecoming.
Case in
You
point, they
know
sure
that.
don't.
You know
You
that.
know.
And some niggas
Yep.
be there with their wives and they have traveled in separate cars. And you're not
Mm-hmm.
even a wife. Not
Mm.
not to disrespect, but you're
I
not a
mean,
wife.
well, that I know, but
I mean, but you asking for some wifely compromise here,
Mm-hmm.
nigga. It would have been cheaper to put you in the car, honestly. But I'd rather put your ass on a
Put you on a
plane
flight.
so me and my boys can just kick it because there's
Comfort.
so
Quick.
much. Here's the thing, niggas. Sorry, there's so much male conversation that necessarily has to happen in that car ride down.
but
You can't be a part of that.
Can't.
You keep telling us you don't want these broke niggas, but then you stymie our personal interaction, growth, and building because you need to be interjected into our fun time. That's fucked up. Excuse my language.
that's it's not.
I'm not responsible for your happiness. This is not how the
But
relationship
I look at
grows.
it. So my thing was because I'm somewhere, I'm not near my friends or
You
anything.
going to homecoming.
I know.
You would people you spent 4 to 5 years of your life with depend on your major. Once you get there, once you get on that goddamn
But that's
campus,
what I
it's
said. When
home
we get on
again.
the yard, that I'm not asking you to walk side by side with me.
Are y'all staying in the same place?
No, he's staying with his boys.
Okay. Where were you staying? You had a hotel?
I'll probably be with my best friend.
Okay. But you had a flight there. So you got more time with her because you got there rested, easy. You ain't got to worry about a car. She picked you up, right? What you really fussing about? Why you so needy?
Exactly.
Why you being so needy?
Because I don't
And
want
are
to
you
ride by
trying to?
myself.
You're not riding by yourself. You're
But they
flying.
just
You're
have
flying
like
with
I
other
Pop a
people.
know, but
champagne.
they
Get a bottle of
are
get a glass
having
of
this
champagne.
whole experience together. Like you said,
Yeah.
There is no such thing in the black diaspora as experiencing homecoming together. You ever see couples at homecoming together? Them niggas is not having fun.
Hmm.
See the couple
I
separated at
didn't say
homecoming?
that we had to be side by side. I'm just
Listen,
saying, can we
shout out,
ride together?
shout out to my girl. Shout out to my homie Candy, and my man Junior. They go to homecoming separate. Right? And I ran up on Candy when she was with her girls. And I said, hey, you see Junior? He around here somewhere. She know that.
Fine. So to get to the topic at hand. So if you and your significant other don't attend the same school, would you invite your significant other to homecoming with you?
On occasion.
Okay. What about you, Robin?
Invited. Sorry, you cannot come. Mm-mm.
It just depends on
I
where
don't have
you
time
are.
to
But
babysit. Yeah.
I will say this. I will say nah more than I would say yes.
Okay.
Because again, that time of the year, that's what I'm validating as I'm kicking it with my folks time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because whether I go to Norfolk State's homecoming or ODU homecoming, I'm going to go be with the friends that I've known since 1995. And that's no real, just because it's homecoming and you want to experience it, it's no different if me and my boys took a trip somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful part is that if you have a school that you went to or you went to the same school, I don't put that expectation on you when it comes to homecoming. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's your time too.
Yeah.
If you went to
Mm-hmm.
another school, that's your time too. If you want to
Yeah.
invite me,
Well, what
cool,
if
but
they didn't go to?
you will never hear me invite myself though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know for me, I was gonna invite an ex only because he didn't go to college and like he didn't have that like HBCU
Experience.
Bless
experience.
your soul that
Bless
you
your soul for
actually
real.
want to be at homecoming. Boo the fuck up.
Well, I mean, it didn't because I didn't care. It was just like, hey, you know.
Okay, unicorn. Listen. All right, that's fine. You don't care. All
Not
right.
unicorn.
You got an Apple iPhone 1. You don't care. Okay. You're in the I don't care crowd. But for some people, the mystique of homecoming is really reliving them years again. Right?
Well, I was quiet. I guess
it's
that's why I
a
really wasn't
it's a
doing much on.
small escape to a time when you was young, dumb, and having fun. For real. And you don't want to be out there reminded that the baby's pampers need to be changed. You don't want to be out there reminded that hey, I'm feeling some way. Well, this is how you met me on the yard 20 years ago. Like, let me have it. I don't care about no other woman. Just let me live. Let me
But
stand with my boys. Let me act stupid. Let me just have a time off from being responsible for
Right.
24 fucking hours. Can I
48.
have it?
I will consider and think
Can I
about
have
it.
it?
I will think about it. I
Yo,
will think about it.
Honey.
I
Shout out
am
to BMS.
I refuse to burden your 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 lack of utilizing these years at school. Like what?
Okay.
What? I was a social butterfly. When I come back to homecoming, people expect me to be a social butterfly. I can't be a social butterfly stuck in a goddamn
But that's
cage.
the thing. I'm not saying side by
That
side. My
part.
thing was just the ride. But I understand. Okay,
No.
so let me say this for the audience. I do understand where everybody is coming from because I even put the scenario for somebody else who didn't even go to our school and didn't even have anything to do with it. And the first thing they said was, "Hey, that's the guy's trip. You can't mess up the guy's trip." So I guess I wasn't looking at it as the guy's trip. I was looking at it like, hey, y'all drive down there every homecoming. You can make a homecoming for me
Hey,
if I'm sacrificing moving up there.
Tasha, you ever see Poetic Justice?
Yes.
It's a good movie, ain't it?
It is.
So in that movie, Pac and Joe Torre routinely made that trip to Oakland. Just
Oh
them.
yeah, and they brought the
Uh,
yeah.
just them. The time they introduce women on that trip, what happens?
People got punched in the face. I mean,
Trip
yeah.
ruined. Okay? Right? And even though Tupac met the love of his life, by the time he got to fucking Oakland, his cousin was dead.
Yeah. I
So I'm
mean,
just saying, like, you
so
know,
so 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 what are
I'm just
some
saying, like, listen, just think about like this. All right. Do you watch Ratchet TV? I consider Love and Hip Hop Ratchet TV.
I do watch it occasionally.
There was one episode in Atlanta when all the girls decided to go to Jamaica, right? But Kurt and Rashida was beefing, so them niggas convinced Kirk to go get his girl. So next thing you know, all the guys showed up to the girls' trip. The girls' mood was just sour. Now, eventually, they just fused them in for the sake of the show. But you just go like if it's a guy's trip, it doesn't matter where we're going. Let the guys have their time together. Because honestly, for most men, it's the only time of the year they even fucking talk.
Maybe.
hmm
I
So
mean,
what
like talk seriously. Listen, I got a homie.
About life.
He was my roommate. He's my best friend. I was the best man in his wedding. He's 5 kids down in Atlanta. I don't talk to him all the time. But if there that one time I was in Atlanta for a weekend, we got to talk. So that's what I'm saying. Like for most guys who are still living, I don't want to be seen type of mentality. That's the only time they can actually talk to their guys. And most of the time it's because then the car niggas is joking on each other, right? Let me tell you something. That car ride ain't necessarily the best of times for anybody in that car. Niggas then got out and argued and had to drink it and hug it out later once they got to where they was going. So you gotta let that happen. Devoid of you, no matter how much you feel about it. You have to be strong enough to understand that's my man's time with his boys, and he deserves that. Just like you deserve time with your girls.
I,
And then to be honest with you, a lot of this is coming from the fact you ain't had no time with your girls to compensate. And then he even tried to upgrade your trip. Who offers you a flight to Norfolk?
Hmm.
Ain't no, and it ain't Spirit. Ain't no Spirit routes going that way, right? So at the least you get in Southwest
At the least.
or United,
United Delta.
right? And you all the way in your
Prime.
fields because you can't interrupt their guy time on your
You
first
gotta insert
homecoming.
yourself.
On your first
Okay.
homecoming, you ain't even a wife, and it's your first.
hypothetically,
It's your
yes.
first
Non-married.
homecoming.
Right.
Hypothetically,
No
Yes.
ring.
Here's the only time you should invade on a man's trip. If you say, baby, I just want to spend this time practicing what my mouth do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drive. Yeah. I drive the whole drive the whole 5.5 hours.
Got
Like this.
to.
So on that note, what are the do's and don'ts when dating and going to homecoming?
Lie. Hey baby, I'm just going to a men's retreat.
With honesty is always the best policy.
Honesty is always the best policy, man. And just
Communication.
communication. And make sure that you guys are just y'all good. Like y'all don't go
Mm-hmm.
to homecoming and y'all been beefing all week.
Right.
That's what I was going. So I was going to ask that too. Like, so as far as like, I understand. No, don't call somebody every second. Let them know when you got there, or
Mm-hmm.
that you're
Check-ins.
safe.
You
The
remember
check-in.
check-ins? Yeah, do your check-ins.
Do a
Make sure
check-in. That's
but
it.
make sure you are making your check-ins. Now,
Yes.
if
So
you
don't.
have an
Yeah.
understanding, like you gotta understand your partner too. If your partner needs the check-ins, just do the
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
If they don't
Mm-hmm.
need to check in, don't be checking in unnecessarily because then you look guilty. Hey,
Exactly.
baby,
Exactly.
I saw a French fry and I thought of you.
Twan, that
No,
is
So
so true. Because like
you're
me and
looking
mine,
you're
we don't
looking
do that.
guilty,
Like
nigga.
he doesn't expect the check-ins, but like just to be like, oh, you made it safely. Like the hell she doing down there? She being. I don't hear this much from her on a regular day. Like.
Right. Give me the if I only require the major check-ins, just give me
Yeah.
the major
Yeah. That
check-ins.
you made it
Right. Because
all
when I want to,
right.
but here's the thing,
safely.
because when
That's
I
the
want to
only
talk
check-in.
to you, I will reach out. Now I won't interrupt you, but if I need to talk to you, and again, that's knowing your partner too.
So
Yep.
what are the do's and don'ts on the yard? Because now you two go to the same school. Yes, you're not going to be hand in hand, but what are some do's
Just
and
don't be
don'ts?
disrespectful. And disrespectful is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, don't be disrespectful. Now listen, terms again should be discussed. Communication is key,
Mm-hmm.
right? Baby, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to a party. You know I dance. I might be dancing on a woman, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, don't have your hand like
Don't be
this.
inappropriate. Don't
Yeah,
be
don't be
inappropriate.
inappropriate. Like
That's what it is.
get your
Yeah.
joint
So
on
if
like
you
So,
know
this. You
so,
that
know what
your
I
so I
mean?
boo.
have a question. So, with the parties, because everybody had their parties. So, let's say you two go to the same party.
Mhm.
Can you be booed up at the party, or
You don't
y'all
need
still
to. You
You
don't
don't
practicing
need
need to. You
to.
social
don't need to.
distancing? I'm just
You
Yeah.
you
asking.
you are
You already know
you
what's
and I
understood.
are guaranteed sex tonight. So it don't need to
Exactly.
be booed up at the party. Get drunk, get nasty. Let me, you
Boot
know what I
they.
mean? Meet me at the room and tell me what you want to do to me
I'm
in
gonna say
in
something.
in in
Role
that
play
language
at
you
the
never
party,
learned in
okay?
undergrad.
Let's role play at the party. Act like we perfect strangers.
Right.
That we had
I want
something
to
like, oh, I
stare at you
because
from I want to desire you from across the
you know
room
Okay.
homecoming is
all night.
boo. You know I
All
always had
night.
a crush on you.
I
Here
want to
go my
Well,
walk
I
past
thought
roomie.
about that,
I
like
want to
the
walk
whole
past
let me
you and
act like
like
we don't know each other
right,
while
I
we're
want to
Yeah,
at the
here
walk
go my
party.
past
and
you
like
and
here goes my room
just
key.
rub your ass and shit and you
Mm-hmm.
know, I want to flirt
Yep.
with you. I want
I
to
want
teach you
flirt.
how
No,
to
I
flirt with
agree
me.
with that. I definitely agree with
Exactly.
that.
And I
Sex
want
appeal.
you to
Probably be the
and I
best sex
definitely
y'all
want
ever
to
have.
and I definitely want to teach you how to flirt with me.
As long as y'all
Mm.
not naked in the lounge waiting area.
Oh my god, that homecoming, right? Oh my gosh.
My dude. My dude.
Terrible.
They both had the I'm in the room dream. The IP dream and you thought you peed in the toilet and you peed in your bed. They had the I
Oh
had a
my
room
gosh,
dream. They thought they
That
made it up that elevator.
the pictures were epic. Like,
I think,
that
yo,
kick.
did you see where people was like cutting them out and putting them in other places?
Yeah.
yes,
Somebody put them on an IHOP bench. I left.
Yep.
I hollered like I've never hollered
yes.
before in my
So
life.
let's remember what rooms we are in, and please don't get naked
Please.
in the,
In
the
the
No, but
hotel
I don't.
lounge.
But I don't.
Just
I
wait
don't
a
think
little
you need to.
longer.
I don't think you need to be bunned up at the
Okay.
party. No.
Definitely not.
And now here's the one thing you can kind of kick it hard is next day on a tailgate, right? When you out there tailgating, that's the time to kind of reconnect, before the niggas start pulling out the new juice and the blue juice.
Hmm.
Before that, like before the DJ really gets into his set over there, you know what I mean? Now this is just Nova State. Every homecoming is different. I think there is time for coming together, but that's if you guys went to the same school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's if you went to the same school.
Yeah.
Right? But come together. Hey, after Saturday, baby, I see you when you're ready to go, right? Now, here's the thing. I might have rolled down with my boys, but I'm not riding back with them.
You hear that?
You see what I'm saying? Like, you
Gotcha.
looking at it very short term. I might have rolled down with them, but I'm not riding back with them. And you're not flying back. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all together. Look at the compromise.
I understand.
And we could stop at one of them little raggedy stores you like so much that I don't really want to get out and go to, but fuck it, we'll go. Compromise.
No, I agree with the compromise. I definitely agree with the compromise.
Nah, you won't.
But-
Using your whole feel like, take me.
But
take
no,
You see my eye?
because
didn't get
it's
that
not
alternate.
fair.
Take me.
Because
Get
it's
that
not
alternate.
fair.
I ain't got nobody to ride with.
Exactly. Thank
Nigga,
God I don't have nobody to
you
ride with.
You are passing
you in
us.
economy. You
You
in
are-
economy on a flight, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I
With
buy
some
you an
shit.
exit row seat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you can stretch your feet out. All right.
Okay. Extra leg room.
Yeah. Let me put $20 so you can get you a movie. Here's $20 to get you a movie, baby. Get you some Wi-Fi in a movie.
I was
No,
about to
here,
say,
right,
You know what I mean?
Wi-Fi.
finish
Create-
because you're already there.
Yeah, spend some time reading a book quietly or writing your next one, huh?
You not in traffic. You not in anything. The only thing is you might be number 10 for takeoff.
Let me ask you something.
Like,
Do you
no
understand how irritating that trip is coming north of Virginia?
I usually ride by myself. So
Okay. So then you understand that ain't the best ride. Listen,
yeah,
Ever.
64
me
is
and
like the
my
worst.
my ex is from Milwaukee.
ooh.
And sometimes during my, broken self, I couldn't afford a ticket to go home with her. Now there was times, her and her family, did, cover me. And there was times where we drove. Do you know what the drive is from DC to Milwaukee?
10 hours?
18
or
hours.
12?
18.
10 or 12.
Like 12, 10,
That's-
12-ish, 12-ish,
wow.
right? Depending on some things.
That's long.
That's a long time to be in this car with your significant other, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you have to pray to get through road trips like that. And trust me, that was going and coming back. So, why you would want to jump in that car?
I have no idea.
Not at all. You are
Yeah.
something else. You know
Love
that?
you.
Yeah.
I'm about to give
Hey,
it good to you when I see
yeah.
you.
Right. You getting a
And like
flight.
you said, Twan, the fact that he considered her because
He
sometimes
actually
you didn't get that
considered
consideration.
you.
Yeah. To make your trip
Baby, I can't have you
shorter
ride with
and
us.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't have you ride with us, but I got
I
you.
didn't look at it that way.
Of course you did, because you was in your feelings.
Sure was. Yeah.
So, well, on that note, we're gonna cut part 1.
What Marsha Ambrose say? Because it was in my feelings.
So everybody that is on Facebook, we are going to come right back in. We're going to take a break because we have to leave room for our sponsors. So we're going to cut part 1 and then we're going to go into part 2.
I think we got to her.
Yeah.
No,
I hope we did.
But
I'm about to press the end button.
like, but why can't I?